All right, boys, welcome back after your weekend. We're still going with Chapter 5 here, and we are actually going to combine what we were talking about in 5.5 and 5.6 with absolute value and inequalities. So, little bit of review. Remember, absolute value is our distance measured from 0 on a number line. So since we can go both directions on a number line, you have two solutions when we're talking about absolute value. Also remember, since we are measuring distance, it cannot be a negative value. So anytime absolute value equals a negative number, there is no solution. So if we combine what we've been working on the last couple days, we have the absolute value of x is greater than or equal to 6. So this is where, just like with our equations, we're going to split this up so that x is greater than or equal to 6. And x is less than or equal to negative 6. Notice when we flip the sign to measure to the left of 0, we also change the inequality. So when I break up absolute value inequalities, you must not only take the distance to the left, but you must also flip your inequality symbol. Now, there's no other solving to do here, so this is the inequality that we're just going to go ahead and graph on our number line. Negative 6 on the left, 6 on the right, and then we're going to graph as is. So x is greater than or equal to 6. At 6, that would be a closed dot going to the right. X is less than or equal to negative 6. This would be a closed dot going to the left. Essentially the same exact thing we've been doing for the last two sections. We are just combining inequalities and absolute values now. So using the same idea, why don't you go ahead, pause the video, and try number 2. So this one, we're going to split up just like we did before. X is less than or equal to 0.5. X is greater than or equal to negative 0.5. Create your number line. Negative 0.5, 0.5, starting at negative 0 or negative 0.5, x is greater than or equal to, so closed dot going to the right, less than or equal to 0.5, closed dot going to the left. This one is going to go towards each other. Now, number 3, you'll notice we don't just have an absolute value now, we've got something going on inside. Idea is still the same though. We don't have anything on the outside, so we're going to split it up. So our two inequalities here would be x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 7, and x minus 5 is less than or equal to negative 7. From here, we have to solve for our unknown still, so we'll go ahead and add 5 to both sides. Your first solution is x is greater than or equal to 12. Your second solution is x is less than or equal to negative 2. Draw out your number line. Negative 2, 12, x is greater than 12, so closed dot going to the right. X is less than or equal to negative 2, closed dot here going to the left. Why don't you go ahead, pause, try number 3 to make sure you are on the right track. So as I look at this one, as we split it up, x plus 3 is greater than 8. X plus 3 is less than negative 8. Subtract 3 from both sides. X is greater than 5. Subtract 3 from both sides. X is less than negative 11. Create your number line. Negative 11, 5, open dot going left at negative 11, open dot going right at 5, and that would be your absolute value inequalities here. All right, only 2 more examples today. Pretty short video for you today, and I'm going to let you guys attack these on your own and then come back and unpause the video, and hopefully you just get to see the same way that you did it. But if you have some mistakes as you're watching the rest of the video, please fix them on your notes so you don't make the same mistakes. So go ahead, pause, go try these, come back. If you want to do them one at a time, that's fine, but that's how we're going to do these last 2. All right, so hopefully you noticed that we have this plus 3 on the outside of our absolute value. So we have to subtract that first before we're able to split this one up. So I now have the absolute value of negative 4x minus 5 is less than 6. Now I can go ahead and split this up. So I have negative 4x minus 5 is less than 6, and negative 4x minus 5 is greater than negative 6. So we're just going to go ahead and solve these. Add 5. Negative 4x is less than 11. Divide by negative 4. And x is, when we divide by a negative, make sure you flip your inequality, greater than negative 11 fourths. Then we'll go ahead and solve our second inequality. Add 5. Negative 4x is greater than negative 1. When I divide by negative 4, x is less than 1/4. So from here, we would go ahead, create our number line. Negative 11 fourths on the left, 1/4 on the right. Open dot going right, open dot going left. So these would connect from open dots. And last one. Hopefully we added 8 as your first step. That's going to give us 3 times the absolute value of 5m minus 6 is less than or equal to 21. Divide everything by 3. Inverses cancel. Absolute value of 5m minus 6 is less than or equal to 7. Now that I've gotten rid of everything on the outside of my absolute value symbols, I can go ahead and split this up. 5m minus 6 is less than or equal to 7, and 5m minus 6 is greater than or equal to negative 7. Go ahead and add 6 to both sides. 5m is less than or equal to 13. Go ahead and add 6 to both sides. And 5m is greater than or equal to negative 1. When I divide by 5, m is less than or equal to 13/5. Can't be reduced. Divide by 5. M is greater than or equal to negative 1/5. Now we've just got the graphing left. So if we create our number line, negative 1/5 on the left, 13/5 on the right, greater than or equal to negative 1/5. So we'll go close dot to the right here, close dot to the left from 13/5, and there would be our graph for our inequality. So hopefully this was easy enough to follow along. If you guys have any questions on absolute value inequality, shoot me an email. Remember, there's always modules going on during your lunch. There are other Algebra 1 teachers in there. Check that out if you are having trouble. Assignments on Mudge, please make sure you are turning in your notes with your homework assignments. That shows me that you have watched these videos and have seen how to do this stuff. Okay, I've got guys every assignment that are losing points for not turning in their notes. Please remember to do that. Homework is listed on Mudge. That'll be due tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have another video for you guys as we keep moving forward. All right, boys, I will talk to you tomorrow. See ya.